All right, friends. Woo. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live stream. I see we got Tracy Bone. Is that Monty? I don't fucking remember. I'm not gonna lie. I can't remember the goddamn YouTube user's name. Avosani, Philip, Senna, Ryan, Warren, Martin, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Okay. So, neural mode has been out for some time, and I already seen some pretty incredible results from people. So that's pretty fucking awesome. And we have some upcoming changes to neural mode that's gonna make it even better, and we're gonna keep working on it and improving and so on. But I will show you tonight the changes that we're currently implementing, and also just explain why we're taking this change, you know, and making something that's great different. So maybe you know already. Welcome, Andrew, to the live stream. Always good to have you. I don't know if you know, but we launched this new version of RTD, which is pretty cool because it gives you an insight in the market on a very high resolution scale that allows you to really get like an insight in the market, what it's currently doing and what's worth paying attention to. So I think that's very cool, because when we are trading, and this is the new version of neural mode that we are working on right now. It's not final or anything, but I want to explain why we're removing these bands and replacing them instead with these lines. And the main idea that we're trying to build here is to basically align. Oh, let's see if we can get this next to each other. To basically align. There we go. To basically align all the different time frames that we run RTD on, real-time trend detection. Look at all the different time frames. You know, how are these time frames behaving? How is the markets behaving? When are the buyers coming in? When are they, you know, not active anymore, and so on? And try to see if we can model that in a way that really allows us to know when it's a really good time to buy and sell. And I think it works really well. Because what this essentially shows us on the left side is, you know, 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. And what it's telling us is really what kind of buying or selling activity is going on. And this is very important for us to know, because we want to know how many is buying, how much are they buying, how aggressively are they buying, and the same about when they're selling. And we can sample that on a very high resolution time frame using 1 minute as a data source, and then we can rebuild a long-term picture of this market about how it's been trading. So the problem as I see it right now, not the problem, but the main challenge right now, as I see, is that when you're trading these markets, you gotta have an idea about which levels that you're looking to trade. Like, it can be hard to be actively trading this and know, well, how much do I buy at 1 minute, or how much do I buy at the 5 minute and the 15 minute and the 1 hour and so on. Because we're trying to build a model here that allows us to trade the market constantly, where it's just ping-ponging between the levels. And at the same time, if the market starts to get aggressive, like if it starts to, who knows what can happen? Anything can happen. If it starts to sell off or trade against the trend in a really strong direction on that specific time frame, that's where we have an opportunity to make a lot of money. You can see here, for example, we have GBP USD, and this has been this market has just transitioned. I can't say that word. This market has just moved from a strong upturn into a very aggressive downtrend. And what we can say today, based on the RTD, is that we can see that basically we have selling algorithms active on 1 day time frame. We got it active on 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and then we can see 1 minute right now. We had some, and now we have some buying activity, right? So you can expect the 1 minute to change a lot, of course. But what you want to pay attention to is, how does the 1 minute really overlap into the 5 minute? How does the buying algorithms on the 1 minute time frame compare to the selling algorithms that's active on the 5 minute time frame or 15 minute time frame, and so on? And that's why you can see right now, for example, that we might have had a little bit of, buying interest here in 1 minute time frame, but the higher time frames are still telling us that this is very much a market that we want to short. So what does that matter? Well, what it matters is that it means that we're maybe not interested in shorting the 1 minute time frame. What we want to short right now is 5 minute time frame and all the way up to 15 minutes. So we're going to put some trades on just for fun, and this is just for fun. But just so you get the general idea, is that we are happy to sell this market on GBP USD all the way up to 4 hour time frame. And I don't think this GBP USD market is going to go much higher. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will go a lot higher and so on. But I'm happy to start. Taking positions here and then scale into my position. Now, this is just like a $100 account that I loaded for tonight. We'll see what happens. But in general, I'm very confident, based on my research, that when we have these time frames, these selling or buying algorithms interacting with each other on these different time frames, that's where we can really find some really good opportunities to trade. And for example, you can see that now it's trading into 5 minute. Well, the idea is that based on RTD 5 minute, we are happy to short it here, but we wouldn't necessarily short it on 1 minute, because the buying algorithms on 1 minute was pretty aggressive. But I'm not sure it's gonna be so. I'm not sure it's gonna be so, what can you say, black and white in the future, that if 1 minute is buying algorithms, we're not selling 1 minute. So it's just like, it's more the general idea, right? It's more the general idea that we can position ourselves between these different selling or buying programs active in the market. So if we have a buying program on 1 minute time frame that's very active, then we can find a selling algorithm on the 5 minute time frame to match with it, so that when this 1 minute time frame buying algorithm meets the 5 minutes, it should get rejected, just like it should get rejected here. And we'll see. Of course, we'll see if it happens and so on, but that is the general thesis here. And what we'll do then is that, compared to the strength of these different time frames, we will then accordingly automatically color these lines, or however we're gonna visualize it. I don't know what the final visualization is gonna be, but we'll visualize each individual level according to the strength of that trend. And we'll see if that's, you know, how the final idea is going to come out. But this is really like a beautiful, dynamic, real-time trend, but also risk management system that allows us to, as soon as the market starts changing around, you know, it actually allows us to both be trading, you know, with the trend on, let's say, like a higher time frame, but also allow us to take short positions on lower time frames, so we can get the maximum value. But what we really want to look for, like what we really want to find, let's see if RTD has refreshed yet. What we really want to find is we want to find these strong trending markets where we have a buying algorithm active on all the time frames at the same time. So that means 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 4 hour, and 1. And when we can find these markets and we can trade them, that's where you see really like exceptional results, where the market will deviate from its current mean, like, you know, it will deviate from what it's currently doing, and then it will just absolutely it will go straight into your entry, and it will just fly, like it will bounce so hard you have no fucking idea what happened, and you'll just be sitting all day trading those setups. And this is this is Cat JPY. I was trading this earlier and I was just surprised. I was really surprised, like just how much these markets trend. It's crazy. Sorry guys, I'm just talking. Welcome to the live stream, and if you got questions, put them in the chat. But here's a great example. This is Cat JPY. Look at that fucking trend. 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 4 hour, 1 day time frame, and 1 hour. All of it. It's all green. All like the buying algorithms are all active, and all you have to do is that you just have to keep buying every single dip. Like here, you can see we had a beautiful dip into 1 minute, 5 minutes. So the idea is here, you know, is that you'll be buying 1 minute, but if it goes deeper, you'll be buying 5 minutes. And if it goes to 15 minutes, you'll be buying 15 minutes as well. If it goes 1 hour, you're gonna buy even more. Because whenever we have a trend like this, so strong like this, any kind of dip that really happens is someone making a massive mistake in the market, and they will get punished for it. And that is our opportunity. And you will just be surprised when you start trading with these strong trending markets. You know, when you start trading with these strong trending markets, all heading the same direction, when these dips come, you will be amazed just how fast they return to where they came from. There's so much money to be picked up. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's just amazing. So, you know, I'm really happy with how we are fine-tuning neural mode. I think this RTD, risk management, trade update, individual bands, and so I think this next update is really gonna put us in a position where you can just make an incredible amount of money. Like an incredible amount of money. Okay, let me check the question. Sorry guys. Yes, Sandy's asking, is this RTD available? Yes, it is. I'll put the link in the chat now. You can go here, access it. Now, this will be built into Navigator. This will be built into Navigator. It's more like a current research and development phase right now, but it will be built in. Mikey asks, is this neural mode? This is a newer version of neural mode we're working on. It's not the final UI, but it is coming. It is coming. And Paul says hi. Welcome, Paul. Senna is asking, the market is trending very hard, yet it still says no trade zone. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what it says up here. All you gotta do to make money today or tomorrow, any day really of the week, is go to this new RTD, and if you just wait a few minutes, it's gonna populate all these this trend index, and it will show you the current strongest trending markets and the ones that we want to trade. Oh, I forgot we have a position on oh, look at that, we're printing money, almost $1. Look at that. I mean, it's like when you're looking at this and you see it afterwards, the entries, the accuracy, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. It's so good. We should charge more. I'm not joking. I mean, there was a guy last week. His name is Christian. He made like 10,000 British pound. 10,000 British pound on his first week, and I think he made 2 or 3K this week already as well. It is just incredibly good. Oh, we crashed it. We crashed it again. Okay, let me bring it back up. Let me check. No, it should come back. The reason it crashes, the reason it's crashing is because it's doing the calculation right now for all the markets at the same time. It's not error handling too well right now, but it's just like an early tool. Just give it. Next week we're gonna have a much better version. Next week we're gonna have a much better version. Dennis, you still want access to the old RTD? Sure, if you want to use the old RTD, that's fine, but I don't think you really understand the value of the new RTD. The new RTD is meant to be used with neural mode on 1 minute time frame. Okay, it's not really designed for like the higher time frames or anything like that. In general, you know, over the years we have taught people a lot to trade the higher time frames and so on, but you know, we did the research, we did the back testing, and we looked at the results, and we looked at like how much money can you generate by trading 4-hour setups or 1-day setups, and how good are they? And we looked at this, and the results were like, you know, 58% winners of the higher time frames when we did the back testing. But when we lowered the time frame and we came down to 1 minute, 5 minutes, we could push that win rate all the way up to 75%, 85%. Sometimes I saw 96% winning rate. So I just want people to win. I want people to win, and I believe that people trading higher time frames are not in a position to extract the maximum value from these markets that they have to offer. I think in general, swing trading, you know, all the traditional trading tools, Fibonacci, Elliott waves, all that stuff, all of it is shit. Including the stuff I have taught in the past. I just don't believe in it anymore. I have come to the realization that the financial markets are is like a huge meat grinder where people are led into this trading world, and they go to YouTube and they search how to learn to trade, and some guy teach them like EMAs or Fibonacci or Golden Cross or whatever, and then this rookie new person take this information and go try to extract money from the financial markets. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. It's not real. Even if the problem is that people can take that approach that they are taught and they can go execute it, and they maybe get a win or maybe they get a loss, you know, but they might very well get multiple wins in a row. But the problem is that long term, it doesn't work. You're not in a position to execute it, and eventually you will end up in the meat grinder, and what you somehow will end up doing is some kind of stupid trade, right? You're gonna do some breakout trade, or you're gonna come home one day and, you know, the wife is angry, or maybe something horrible happened, and you're still gonna go trade, and you'll do something stupid. You'll do something that's like super fucking stupid, and it happens every single day. So I don't believe in the higher time frame trades anymore. It's not that you can't pull off a good swing trade and so on. It's just that when you're trading higher time frames, You know, when you're trading higher time frames, the idea behind that is really that you're trading with so much capital. You're trading with so much capital that you cannot execute these trades like neural mode is designed to do. You cannot execute the trades because your liquidity, like the size that you need to move in and out with the market, is too big. But almost everyone that has been trading these higher time frame setups, they are not that kind of size. They don't trade with that kind of size. They trade these higher time frames because, you know, it's chill, right? Like you can put on a trade, you can go about your work, you can check back next day, and the price will have done something, right? But overall, you don't have to worry too much because you're trading on 1 day time frame. And I'm not saying you can't do this. I'm just saying if you want to make fucking money, this is the way to do it. And I'm not talking about, you know, making like 5% or 10%. I'm talking about multiplying your account, your balance, your net worth by a 10x, 100x. Talking about you becoming a multi-millionaire by executing this. Okay, we're not talking about like making 10% a year or 10% a month. We're talking about changing your fucking life by executing this strategy. This is the game, okay? And it's only gonna work. It's only going to work for, I don't know, a couple of years max right now. So it's like you have this window of opportunity where you have an opportunity to use this exploit, use this inefficiency in the market, generate a crazy amount of money for yourself, and be happy with it. But it's not gonna last forever. That's what I understand. This is not gonna last forever. You will know that this is gonna stop working at the time that people will stop trading manually. Okay. Talked a lot. Let me check the questions. Fuck. I'm sorry for the rant, guys. Okay, does the new RTD refresh automatically? Yeah, you gotta refresh yourself. Okay, so we have the list now. You can see we have the list of all the markets, and now it's pretty much just our job to go trade these. So USD, JPY, let's pull it up. All right, just putting some orders in for fishing, just in case that, you know, we don't know what happens with the market. Maybe it fucking nukes. We just want to be prepared for that. Okay, let me check the questions here. So, following the Sonar trades yesterday, I hit many stop loss, causing my account to go down around 3% with just 0.5% risk. Looking at other signals and notice the same trend. Okay, so if you're taking Sonar trades, Sana, what you have to be aware of is that a lot of these trades are correlated. So, for example, the trade here on USD JPY and GBP USD, this is the same trade. It's the same thing. It's the same volatility driving the same trade. So if you're taking many of these different trades at the same time, then you can get overexposed where you're essentially taking the same position across multiple markets, and whatever is going to happen, whether it's going to be a winner, it's going to be a loser, it will be a big winner, it will be a big loss. Now, I wouldn't actually spend too much time on Sonar anymore. What I would do is I would go to RTD, this site here, and I would go find the strongest trending market, and then just pick one of these. Okay, let's say CAT CHF. And all you gotta do is simply buy this market when it comes down to the green line. Okay, so you buy a little bit here, you'll buy more here, you'll buy even more here, you'll buy even more down here. Go watch the neural tutorial I did on that, and that's all you gotta do. Okay, That's all you gotta do. If you do this, I swear to God, if you sit down and you just go here and you go find a strong trending market and you're just sitting and you're trading this strong trending market the whole day, you're gonna make so much money. You're not gonna know what to do with it. Okay? But if you start trading these markets that's trending a lot less, like, you know, like 0.79, 1.6 instead of like a 20 or 12, then you're not gonna get the same results. Okay. Mikey asked why it won't last forever. This strategy is not gonna last forever because AI is coming online. Humans will get smarter. Humans will stop executing trades in the financial markets because we at Breakfree Trading will make tools that's gonna make people stop trading manually. And we will not be the only one doing this. There will be a lot of copycats. There'll be a lot of other companies doing this. They will all develop AI software that's all going to be doing the same strategy. Everyone else, the banks, the hedge funds, the governments, they're all running the same strategy, which is the strategy that I'm giving to you here. So if everyone is running the same mean reversion strategies, they're gonna stop being so effective in the future. So that's why it's gonna stop working, because AI is gonna roll out. Now let me see. It's a lot of questions. It sounds like Philip is printing money. You guys don't need to worry about what's gonna happen when it's not working anymore. Like stop worrying about that. Don't worry about it. Just take these tools, go make money with it, enjoy it for as long as it lasts. I mean, we're definitely talking a couple of years, right? But this is literally like a secret in the market. This is like a cheat code to the market. That's what it is. Oh, we got US Open in 2 minutes. So our sign is asking about the X mode 6 strategy. Everything that you see over here is the X mode 6 strategy. Everything in Sona, and these are good trades. You can take them no problem. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them at all. This is the same. These are the same trades that we ran our back test on, and they perform really well. The only thing you cannot do is that you cannot take too much exposure across the same market. So if you have a USD JPY here and GBP USD, and you take both trades, you're now double exposed on USD, and whatever happens with USD will give you the result of your trade, both of them. So what you want to do instead is you want to do like Euro JPY mixed with GBP USD, and you want to mix it up like that. Okay. So Philip is wondering about TPs. Look, this is not what can I say? This is not like a traditional trading strategy, you know, where you have like, you know, you have really far TPs and so on. Our TPs are directly correlated to the time frame we're trading. So if we're getting a 1 minute entry here, then our TP should be something like support or extension, or maybe like 5 minute support. Okay, it shouldn't be 1 hour, it shouldn't be 4 hours. What we are trying to do is we're trying to get in and out of the market really quick, because there's a lot of money to be made. It's very possible for this market here to go down here and then back up, and we can take the trade again, and it comes back down, does it again and again. And And that's really, that's not something you'll be able to make money from if your TPs are too deep. You know, if your TPs are like a 1 hour TP and so on, don't do that. I know it's easy to get, you know, get into a trade and then, you know, it looks really good. You think it's gonna go higher. You know, this like, you know, it looks like this can go really high and so on. And you think, okay, you know, instead of taking my TP, I'm just gonna hold this trade for the day or something. And you can't do that, but like you gotta have a certain level of experience. You gotta have a certain level of experience to understand when a trade is worth holding and when it's not. And in my experience, it's better to just adapt the mentality of like, look, we're gonna get in and we're gonna get out these trades, and that's what we do. And then if we get into a trade and we take our TP and it keeps going the way it's going, that's fine, because there's nothing to do with our overall strategies. It's not what we do. We're not trading like the rest of these fucking idiots. You know, that's not what we do. All we do is waiting for people to make mistakes in the market. Mistakes in the market is like when they're buying up against a really strong trend here, you know. And I told you, we looked at GBP USD, right? We looked at GBP USD. We looked at GBP USD and we could see that on 5 minutes we had selling activity, 15 minutes selling activity, and so on. So yeah. Okay, let me see. Is that built-in risk management for neural mode so I can choose? Yeah. Senna, you can click up here and you can set your risk for each time frame that you're willing to take. So 1 minute you can set it here. And account size in US dollars will just read from your broker balance, or you can override it with a custom value if you want to. Look at that. Is that a TP? Almost. I mean, for me, that's good enough. I'm not greedy like that. Like, I don't necessarily wait until it hits my TP. I just fucking take it, because we're working on such low time frames that, you know, it can touch here and it can go back to your entry in the same second, and it's just not worth it to lose the profit. Whether you're gonna get like 10% more profit, for me it's just like I just want the profit. Give me the profit. So look, we made 2%. It's been 30 minutes. I mean, what's not to like, you know? And what we'll do now is we'll place more sell entries up here. So if the market comes back up, we're ready to sell it again. And we're gonna move this other one a little bit up here. Every time I check the chat, I just see Philip saying that he made some money. And you can see how fast this market already came, like moved back up. And, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're just working with what information we have here and right now. So, Mike, the way it works about the risk is that it's only for... Oh, it's down again, I see. We'll fix this. I have a new patch ready for this RTD side. It should be okay after that. But Mike, basically, as long as you're trading with the trend, these really strong trending markets in one of the directions, you can be really, really confident. You can be really, really confident in buying these. Selling these. What do I call? As long as you're trading with the trend, you can be really confident in scaling in your position across all these time frames. So I have a video for it, but basically I suggest what you do is that, you know, right now we're working with GBP USD, the trend is down, so we will be selling here, we'll be selling on 15 minutes, we'll be selling on 1 hour, and we'll just keep selling like that until either the market goes to something like 1 hour extension 2, where you will take your loss, and it will be something like 10 to 15% if you lose all your positions at extension 2. But what you have to understand is that the probability of the market going to 1 hour extension 2 or even 1 hour extension 1, the probability of that happening in a strong trending market is like 1 in a million. It basically never happens. It never happens because there's such strong buying momentum that by the time that the market comes down or goes, moves to the direction of your stop loss, there's so many selling algorithms active that we have detected with RTD that they'll be buying it. So it's like it has to be like a black swan event in the case that you're gonna lose 10 to 15% of your trades, of your account by getting stopped out of the trade at 1 hour extension or 1 hour extension 2. And that's okay. In my opinion, that's perfectly okay. Losing 10 to 15% of the account using this approach is perfectly okay. Why? Because it basically never happens. It's like it doesn't happen. By the time that something starts selling off that much that it requires for the market to go to 1 hour extension, our algorithms will already be, our RTD algorithms will already be having picked up the selling algorithms and will already be short on the market and not buying it anymore. Okay, guys, let me know what other questions you have. And yes, this is just like a work in progress 1.1 mode. Looks like we killed. It should come back online. The RTD again. There's too much traffic. This. Now, look, I want to touch on the academy. I feel like the current academy is just not really containing all of the information that neural mode will be. But we're getting really close to finishing up this new dynamic risk model for 1.1, for neural mode 1.1. And I think it's gonna make everything a lot more clear. Okay, because right now we have these bands, in the current version that you see. Right, like right now we have these bands, but I think the design is flawed. It's not that I don't like the design. I think the design is nice, but I think it's flawed. And what I mean by that is I don't think it does a good job of visualizing the entries for people. I think these zones is confusing people, right? It's like, okay, well, if it goes here or it goes here, do I short here or do I short here or do I short here or is it up here and so on? And I think that's confusing to people. And I think it's overall confusing to neural mode. So that's why currently we're seeing what can we do to improve this. And basically by removing these layers between the bands, it becomes a lot more easy to just understand, okay, so I'm gonna sell I'm gonna sell on this one here, and then I will be selling on this one, and then I will also be selling on this band up here, but there's nothing in between. Okay, like we're not doing anything in between. We're selling here, we'll be selling up here as well, but we're not doing anything, in between. And this is really the key here, because I think the current version is, we don't want to cancel. We'll sell here, but we're not doing anything in between. And I think this will help, because what I noticed with myself, was that I would be taking trades here, but then I would keep scaling into positions here, and it was actually too early. It's too early to scale in positions in between here. The next point we should be scaling in positions should be down here, or down here, or down here. So that's why I'm making these modifications, but this is not, I think this looks a little bit boring. I don't think this is perfectly how we want it to be, but I do think it helps with understanding the scaling issue. So basically for each band, that's where we will be looking to scale in. And then as you can see here, right now, it's not highlighting 5 minute here. It's not highlighting support here. That's because we're not interested in buying GBP USD on 5 minute or 1 minute. We're interested to buy GBP USD down here at 15 minute because you can see there's a green line. You know, so that's where we'll put a buy order. We'll also be buying here at 1 hour support. But we're not touching it until it gets down here. Do you understand? And that means we can perfectly trade the market in while it's uptrending or while it's downtrending or while it's sideways, because it allows us to have a dynamic approach to the market depending on the active selling algorithms or buying algorithms, where we can both be either shorting it or buying it, but the points where we're willing to buy or sell will completely be determined by the current active selling or buying programs that we can detect with RTD. Oh, it looks like we killed it. Let me just bring it back up. Okay. It's just not so sexy, you know. I don't. This doesn't look so sexy. I know it just looks like some fucking EMA or something like that. I'm aware. I think this was a nice layout, but unfortunately, it's just conflicting a little bit with what we want to do. So, we're gonna keep working on this. Okay. Yeah, we can trade. We can trade both sides, as long as the trend allows for it. So that is what it will do. And also, you know, depending on how strong the trend is and how correlated the trend is, you know, right now in GBP USD, we know that the trend is correlated. We have 1 day selling active, we have 4 hour selling active, we have 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, all actively selling. So because of that, when we have correlated trend, you know, across all the time frame, it means we can also buy with a lot more. It means that we're probably willing to sell here because this is downtrending so much. We're willing to take higher risk, a lot higher risk up here than we're willing to buy with down here. Down here, we're only willing to buy like a little bit, just like a tiny bit, because we're not interested in taking on risk on GBP USD because the only, you know, it's not much buying activity. Now, what you see here is not currently implemented in these lines, but that is the general idea. Okay, so it should become a lot easier because I really think a lot about this. Like, how do we make it more simple and easy for people to trade? And a lot of this happens, you know, while we're researching or I'm recording the academy, and I'm like, oh, this is just so difficult for people to understand. Like, it needs to be simplified. And that's a lot of times what happens during our developments. And that's why sometimes, you know, some things are a little bit delayed or so on. But at the end of the day, it's a process. It's a process, it's a design process, it's an engineering process to figure out how do we design the best product that makes most sense to people to just get started in using. The second part about why we're doing this is also because this is going to be how the bot will be working. You know, it will be automatically updating your orders for you depending on the levels. It will be automatically adjusting the risk and all of that. Okay. Let me see questions. What is the best browser for Navigator for phone? I just use Google Chrome. Mr. Gangster, shit, how do you risk 1%? How do you split it into multiple trades? Do you risk the same on each trade? Okay, so let's just cover that. How do you manage, how do you set up your risk, right? So what you want to do, let's say we are setting up risk from here down to here, okay? And we just have 1% risk for one position. So you can adjust this yourself to 0.3 like this, and it will adjust the trade size accordingly for you. Okay, let's see what other questions do we have. Elise, I don't think you have time for journaling these trades to the same way. I think what we need is automatic journaling, because this is not traditional trading. You know, this is not like I don't consider this trading the same way that we've been doing in the past or what everyone else is doing. I really don't think this is even the same game. I think this is a, you know, if these guys, if the old trading world, the old technical analysis world, all this that everyone else is doing, trading view, ICT, all this fucking bullshit, all like what everyone else is doing, is like traditional trading, then what we're doing is has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It's not even in the same category. What we are doing is mean reversion exploitation. Okay? What everyone else is doing is trading. We are doing market making, mean reversion market making. But more specifically, we are exploiting the market makers at the brokers. They're the one who makes this possible for us, because what these market makers are doing is that they're just taking hits all day from people buying and selling to them, and they're all collecting information about these people, and same with the brokers. And then during some time of the day, they're going to even out positions, move the market in one direction to do, you know, balance out what they want to do. And all we do really is just piggyback. We just ride on these guys' models. We're just riding on what they are doing because we know what they will do. Why do we know what they will do? Because we have the same algorithms. We have the same setup. It's just that we are such a small fish. Okay, have you ever seen, what are they called? What is this fucking... What is that fish called that sits under the shark? I caught it once. The fish... Okay, if you have the shark and then you have this small fish just like sitting under the shark, and then the shark is just going around. Okay, we are that small fish. We're just catching a ride with the shark. And the shark is the market maker. But the shark doesn't care about us because we're such a small thing. It's like we are not the target here. We're just riding along. We're not a threat. We're not doing anything. Okay, we're taking a little bit of money from them, but we're not a problem. The ones that the market makers care about is these people that is trading against the trend at key levels. Like the people who just bought here. The people that the market maker wants to fuck is the people that just bought here. Okay? These people. That is the target, not us. So we're just riding these guys. We're just riding on these guys' back. The liquidity providers, the market makers. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're not doing anything else. We're not doing the trading. We're not. That's it. And it's so good. Like, it's so good. So okay. I think it's called okay, let me see some questions. That's a lot of questions in the chat, guys. It's nice to see. I'm happy that you're all here. Sorry if I'm not getting all your questions. It's a lot of chat. Okay, Dalucci is asking, when is the bot? When will the bot be available? I think the bot will be, let's see, we have May now. I think I think there's a good chance we'll have like an early version of the bot June, July. Okay? June, July. Remora. It's a remora. It's a fucking remora. I caught one of these. I caught a remora once. I was like, I was out fishing and it just came up to me and I was like, okay. And I put on like a little bait next to my jet ski and it hooked it and it was huge. Anyway. Mr. Gangster shit. There's a video on our YouTube channel called Neural Mode. Go watch that. It's on the YouTube channel. All right, guys, we're running out of time. Man, the time it's very fast. Is the tech back up? That's good. I mean, the problem is that this tech is not. I do have a patch coming that should make it more stable. I do have a patch coming that should make the, but it's not designed for this. Every time I start the server, it says specifically, this is not a production server. Please do not use it as a production server. And production server means like put it out in the wild so other people can use it. So I have to improve it a little bit, but yeah, it's coming. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, how I want you guys to adjust to the new information today, is that I want you to stop trading between these bands. Okay. And instead I want you to just trade the support, the extension 2, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and so on. But don't do anything in between. Okay. Like don't trade this zone. Don't trade this zone. That's not where we're trading. We're trading here, here, or here. All right. Yeah, gold is getting nuked and silver as well. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have my only theory for what is going on with gold is that someone bought heavily into gold because they thought maybe the Americans would restructure their debt by incorporating gold into their fiat reserve or some bullshit, you know, trying to get back on the gold basis or something like that. And now it's coming out that that's not really gonna happen or something like that. Like, that's my only guess. But I mean, when you look at it, there's you know, there's a lot of room here. But yeah, it's not pretty. And if you go look at our algorithms, right, and you go look at gold, you can see, I'll show you, because it looks bad. It looks bad. Anyway, go trade this shit. Like, go short these market as they're dying. This is your opportunity. Look at this. Okay, it's perfect. See, it's perfect for selling. Sell in 1 minute, sell in 5 minutes, sell in 15 minutes, sell in 1 hour, sell in 4 hours, in 1 day. So it's really good market to go short right now. And if you want something even more, you can go short. You can go short silver. All right, guys. Any more questions? Any more questions? I do apologize. It's taking a little bit of time with everything, with the academy and so on. But it's for a reason. We're not really running traffic to Breakfree Trading right now. What that means is, like, we are not really acquiring users right now. And we will start to do this as soon as the new academy is ready. That's when we're gonna start to pump the traffic. So enjoy it, because it will get very busy very soon. Yeah, Senate, don't worry. don't worry about the neural mode or the X mode, what you see on your screen. It's pretty normal for me to show people here on the live stream what we're gonna do next, what we're working on right now. So it's not gonna look exactly like what you have on your screen. We're always working on something. So hello, Christopher. Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you, mate. I want a better position tool. All right, bro. But you know, guys, it's hard, you know, because we gotta prioritize. What do we focus on? Do we build, you know, where do we put our focus? We're not that big of a team. We're not that big of a team. There's a lot of things I would like to improve around Navigator. There's a lot of different things. So yeah, I think silver here looks really good to go short, you know. But yeah, guys, it's really exciting time. Like, you know, in 2021, I think I lost a little bit of passion for what I was doing in Breakfree Trading, and I think the reason was that I couldn't seem to get people the results. I couldn't quite seem to figure out exactly what to do to get people the results that I knew they were capable of getting. And it just took a little bit of time to actually realize, you know, where we went wrong in Breakfree Trading with the other strategies we introduced and the other things that we were doing. And it's pretty normal in life, you know. It's like you try one path and you find out it doesn't work, and then either you just quit or you go back and you try to fix it. So we went back and we tried to fix it. And I'm really happy we went back and tried to fix it, because the results that neural mode is capable of delivering, it's really good. Like, I'm not joking at all. This is the most powerful tool to extract money from the financial markets I've ever seen in my life, ever. It's really good. It's really good. And I can see it, because I can see that you guys are getting results, and that's what matters to me. It's not about how much money you're making and so on. It's that you continuously keep making profit. You keep making results for yourself. It drives happiness in your life. It drives, you know, it inspires you to do better, and that's the great thing. And it's really systematic. And it works. It works really well. So yeah, guys, I'm excited to keep working on this for you guys, make it better. I'm excited that you guys are getting good results. Keep doing it. The only thing you need to keep in mind is your leverage. Just don't over leverage. Don't take too much risk. Don't take too much risk. Just go slow, okay? I understand, you know, it's tempting to take a lot of risk, but just go slow. It's much more fulfilling to go slow and then look back at it after 1 month and see, wow. Because you underestimate just how much money you actually generate from just taking low risk positions and doing this all day, or whatever time you can dedicate to it. The results you will see from it is remarkably good. So yeah, that's all, guys. That is all. Thank you for coming to the live stream, and I'll see you next week, and I promise to keep you updated on the neural mode launch. I mean the neural mode 1.1 launch and the new academy. It's close. So yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment, and all of these things, you know, to boost us in the YouTube algorithm. And I will definitely not forget all of the people that was here with Breakfree Trading doing our resurrection, our rebirth. But I know that in the coming weeks, you're going to see thousands of people come to Breakfree Trading when we start advertising it. We're not advertising it. You have to remember, we're not running any advertisement at all for New Mode. At all. So, thank you for coming to the live stream. I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.